everyone, welcome back. This is for my mid-year recap journal. This notebook is by Notebook Therapy. This is the A5 size, and I really like this journal size, and I think I'll just continue to keep using it. So let's just jump right into it. So this is my name page little collage, and then my 2025 page. I just did like a little book quote, and then this goes into my goals for the year, and I did a Dutch door, and I definitely completed, one nonfiction, definitely the library books. I always get more than 2 library books each month. I'm pretty positive I completed the 5 series. And let's just not talk about the book buying ban one. Let's just move along, okay? And so then this goes into the bookshelf layout page of all the books I've read so far, and it's color coded. So the 2 pinks are my physical ones, purple is audio, and green is Kindle. So pretty average amount, but I would definitely say audio and physical are my top reads or formats to read. And then that leads into my reading goals. So I'm at 42 currently. My goal is to hit 80. It's definitely not 115. There was just so much space for more boxes. I just continued to fill it. But yeah, definitely 80 is my main goal for the year. So we're practically almost there. Halfway there. So this goes into the main books I want to read within the year. I think I've done a pretty good job so far on completing a few. I could definitely crank out a few more because I definitely own at least 3 of these I see so far. So, that's just future me to just get to it. But then this goes into my series tracker. I did a Dutch door so I can create more space. I definitely completed a few. Some of these, I look at them and I have no desire really to continue reading them. So I'm just gonna not put them on for next year. If I do, cool, but I just don't really think it's worth tracking necessarily. So that goes into my Cosmere tracker from Brandon Sanderson. And I definitely want to read Words of Radiance by the end of the year. So I have some time, but I definitely should probably get to that because it's over 1,000 pages and he keeps writing. So it's just impossible to keep up, I feel like. So then this goes into my physical TBR, and essentially I write down all the books I have that I have not read yet. And then when I do read them, I get to cross them off the list and color code them off the shelf. It's really fun. So far, I only have 28 books. So then this goes into honestly probably my favorite spread of the yearly pages I have, and that is my monthly favorites. And then at the end of the year, obviously I'll put my top. That's going to be difficult, but that's future me problem, so we don't have to worry about that at the moment. And then this goes into all the releases that are coming out each month. I really don't reference this at all. I mean, it's nice to know, and there's actually new things I can add on here for the later months. I don't really keep up with it, essentially. And then this goes into my yearly statistics page. God, that word is so hard. And so I would say I average about 6 books a month, which I think is pretty decent. And then the book buying ban one, clearly not happening. But the fact that a lot of them are just one, because obviously I'm not counting gifts, because that was my birthday, but I think that's pretty decent. Obviously the library nailed. My audio is from the library too. So yeah, clearly rereads, not my thing. I do want to reread a few. It's just, there's a lot of the times I'm just oh, I want to read this. Oh, I want to read that. I haven't read this yet, and I want to know about it so I can be in the know. So that's why I don't really lean towards rereads. And then this goes into my calendar spread. I'm going to move this because I'm nervous it's going to catch on fire. But these open up. I got this from Katie is Reading, and I really like that it's condensed and it shows like how long it's taken me to read a book. So that's nice. And then this goes into my yearly book cover pages. So all the books I've like read this year in one spot. And I really like how this turned out. And I still have quite a few empty pages. So I definitely think I have enough like space to get me to the end of the year. Oh. And then we go into our first monthly spread. So this is obviously January. It's not my favorite one, but that's okay. You know, sometimes some are great, some you love, some you don't, and that's all right. And then I do throw in a couple like life spreads. Since I don't do that many, I just kind of throw them in my reading journal. So this month was my 30th birthday. We went to Hawaii, so I wanted to document that. And then we get into February, and this honestly probably is one of my favorite ones, that like how it came out. I really like the theming. I like the cute pastel colors. So yeah. And then we go into a Valentine's Day spread. And then this is one of my favorite books I read that month. So it just really deserved a whole dedication. And then we go into March, which is probably one of my favorite designs to do, is essentially do monthly book covers on one side and do like a Dutch door that opens up to all the details that happened with my reading. And I clearly did it the next time for April, except without the Dutch door. And then this gives the whole layout. I really like how this one came out. I just feel like it's like consistent in like a little collage, but it like flows. So I liked that one. In April, we went to Arizona, so I wanted to do a spread for that. And then I read The Spell Shop, and I really, really liked that book. So obviously it deserves its little dedication mention. And Emily Wilde also deserves a dedication page. I love that series, and it just completed. So I finally did like a whole page layout for it, and it's like a bittersweet that it's like over. We go into May, same concept, Dutch door with the monthly books on one side. And we get to June. I like how this one came out. It's like simple. It really didn't take much time. It's just easy. And then my brother-in-law passed away, so that's a personal little dedication page. And then we get into my summer season TBR. This is my first time actually doing like a season, and I really like how this one came out. I did a Dutch door, so this goes into all my reading and into all the movies I would like to watch. I just always correlate 80s movies with summertime, so a lot of 80s movies are on here. And then we get into Summerween, which is my all-time favorite week of the summer, because summer is my least favorite season. And I have a love-hate relationship on how this came out. I definitely wish I just left this like one page instead of doing the Dutch door, because I mean, it's cool, but ultimately I still had to do another page anyways to do a whole recap. But it's okay, you know, it still came out good, and it was a good time. And that's it. Now we have all these empty pages to fill for the end of the year. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my 2025 mid-year reading cap.